look at those. If you did use a different text file, database file, that wouldn't be a problem as long as the maps would be good, etc. Any questions on that? Some people had problems finding spatial analysts. Do you want to meet after class and go download it, Brad?
We can. Yeah, I just went and worked in a lab. I'm not here all figured out.
Good.
Had to do it twice. But
Right. Oh, it's good practice.
When I did the minimum distance, I had 0.
Yeah. Was it still zeros? When you,
Well, I had a maximum distance of like 0.00059
right.
meters, and that was my maximum distance. But I didn't know.
That's pretty big. Now that's a good question. But you didn't know what?
Like, if that was fine, I mean, if the minimum distance is of 0, that means that they're right on top of each other.
Yes, pretty much. Right. They are right on top for minimum distance. And a maximum distance of that. But what does that mean to you? 0.0059. Doesn't mean much to me, does it?
Like, that's the information we got after we joined them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't, was I supposed to print that table out and put it in the
I
report?
think you're supposed to give me the minimum and maximum values.
All right.
Is that what we
I
asked?
mean, that's what I did.
Yeah. So what were the units of that? 0.0059. What'd you put? I mean, just give me the number, but it's got to be some.
I put meters. I don't know.
0.0059 meters is how far? .0005. It's 0.59 millimeters. And a millimeter is about that far, so 0.59 millimeters is probably about that far. Okay. Now when you join stuff within ArcGIS, what kind of units is it going to give you when you look at the distance between points?
The units of the receiving file.
Right, the units of the map. Now, if the map was in meters, and yeah, the distance would be in meters, but the map is in degrees. So that distance is going to be in degrees. However ridiculous that may sound, that's the way it does. It just thinks that, oh, I'm going to give you the values based on what the map frame properties are. So, if you put degrees, you're fine. But yeah, it's hard to figure out when he tells me it's 0.0059 degrees. It doesn't make a whole lot of, I can't relate to that. I'd have to convert that to meters, which would be pretty big distance. I have to check that.
It's 4 zeros.
If it's 4 zeros,
It's 4 zeros, 59.
Okay. Then you're maybe it's about 5 or 6 meters. But if it's 3 zeros and 59, then it'd be 60 meters, and I question whether that's valid or not. What point was joined? Now, another way to figure that out would be to go to each of your 2 points and draw lines in between the 2 things and figure out what your minimum, and give you the distance tool and stuff like that. But I wanted you to look and be aware of the distance tool, because that's a very valuable thing. Whenever you're joining data, always look at that distance tool, and I always sort that and figure out where my maximum distance is, and then if it's something ridiculous, like a mile or whatever, then I go back and look and I go, what point was just joined with what point? And does that make any sense to me? So the join is a critical part. Okay, any other questions on that? We're going to go over that on Monday.